Evolve or die. Change. What else do we call it? Updates. This needs an update here. This needs an update there. Evolve or die. Why does there have to be so many updates? I was working in this back end of the StreamYard.com, the streaming software that I like to use. And they came up with this. I thought it was something different at first. It was like called Mars, Mars. It ends up being multiple something, and it allows you to put both the vertical and the wide together when you go streaming, so you can do both vertical and wide. And they started that, and we saw it in our studios, in my studio and everything. And I used it once. Now I'm using it again, obviously, because I found it and I figured out what was going on. It works too, because if you go on Instagram, it I would think that it takes the vertical Instagram live vertical format, and well, I was going to do it like a second time, trying to do a recording or something. Turns out it only works on live, and you have to turn it on when you're setting up your destinations, when you add destinations to your live and everything. And just figured out today, working with a buddy and everything, and creating change. Shout out to creating change. But yeah, I finally realized what was going on and what actually needed to happen. I think it said in there that it needed an updated studio, but I don't think that's the case. I just think you need to set the stream with the ability to do both horizontal and vertical. But I've been doing a lot of other stuff when it comes to updating too. I thought I'd just go on here as just a little rant, then get cleaned up for the night and do some things to wrap up the night and everything. I've been going into some AI certifications, trying to go that route and get certified with AI and everything. Been rebranding, updating myself, evolving. You can say updating, you can say evolve. You can say anything like that. Evolve. Yeah, haven't done a live here. I've been uploading videos, but I was just make this like more random. I love doing the random talks. I just love creating videos, even if they're just random. I don't know, shout out, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you like, if you like anything that I do, and give subscribe if you want to see more. And some of the stuff I did, I'd like to play some of this back. I haven't seen a lot of this stuff in a while, but like going to some of the greatness. Here's our reliving that, and I'll be right back here in a couple minutes.
Pack the bags, hit the highway west, chasing dreams under endless skies, from the heartland to the golden crest, where stars align and the real you rise. Self-doubt whispers, but I shut it down. No more chains, I'm breaking free. Engine roaring, leaving my old town, headed to Hollywood where greatness calls me. Get off the ground, get up and go, do your thing, let the fire show. No more waiting, choose a row, yeah, I'm aligned. Relationships strong, hearts intertwined. Business booming, finance on the climb. Health in check, body prime. Spirit soaring, mind, body, soul. Recreation fun, making me whole. Connections deep, passionate and true. Thoughtful leader, seeing it through. Get off the ground, get up and go. Do your thing, let the fire show. No more waiting, choose life right now. Playing big, taking that vow. Fight the doubt, rise above the fear. Epic journey, crystal clear. To the summit of greatness, Dolby lights aglow. With Lewis Howes, watch the leader grow. No more hiding in the shadows, gray passion ignites. Lighten up the way, connected soul, leading with heart. This road trip's just the start. Hollywood dreams, but the powers within overcome, evolve. Let the real win. Arriving strong, ready to shine. Fought for passionate leader divine. Summit calls, greatness in sight. Epic life burning bright. Get up and go. Do your thing, choose life now.
So yeah, that was last September. I'd gotten that a lot of things happen and been just was looking forward to that when with that coming to, especially like it was a special time to be able to go to that theater that's in Hollywood and everything. Yeah, I know a lot of like Hollywood's been a lot of weirdness lately, but like it was always a fancy, not fancy, but like very celebrated venue. Oscars where the Oscars usually were and or are still. I've been to the place that was that hosted this event, the Summit of Greatness, 2 years ago in 2024, was also a place where the Oscars were on on the campus of USC, University of Southern California. But like as I say, like evolve, change, update. I think that's a way to say all of that. Multiple ways to say change, multiple ways to say it. Evolve, update. Uh, but I'm just sitting there like, why does it have to be updates? Like, but again, that's change, and I don't know. I had something else. I was gonna do like another video, but I guess let's see. What do I write down here? Oh, we had a issue. I figure I might talk about this too. While we're going for 10 minutes here, I was asked to like join in on this webinar that Toastmasters. I've been part of Toastmasters and everything about recording contests at the district level. So there's been some to say at least issues, struggle session, especially with our district. What we had some equipment failure and batteries going out, changing, and we've been dropping like a recording fee and everything. And I was asked to sit on this webinar about recording district contests, and I've learned some things. Like it wasn't just me. My takeaway from all that, it was like actually a worldwide event. Like they had many issues with people recording contests at the district level, and it wasn't just me. I felt like I was being kind of called out before, and through the messaging I was seeing and hearing from Toastmasters International headquarters, after seeing that messaging, I got to take that, hey, it wasn't just me, that they've been seeing a lot of issues with districts getting disqualified because they're not recording properly. In Toastmasters, like, as a video operator, you want to tend to do these creative tasks like pan, and you want to do these pans and move the camera, change it up, don't have a static shot, but a recording of a contest requires a static shot, requires a static shot of the stage. And I knew a lot of it, and then I learned some things. I was going wrote I wrote down like a bunch of things in my notes here. What I took away. Mic should be. Sometimes I'll start recording and then talk about change. I'll start recording and I'll go back and listen. What? I'm not hearing. I'm not hearing, but you should be hearing. I see the audio levels going. Some things I learned from this webinar, and I'll wrap it up after this. Make sure you have like the feature that avoid background noise if you can, but most things have a feature that you can eradicate background noise. So have that on if you can. Lighting, house lights. Make sure the stage can be seen. You with lights on the stage somehow, house lights or lighting on the stage towards the stage. You have to have an introduction of the speaker of the contestant. High video quality is a must. Focus. Make sure everything's focused in focus and clearly seen and clearly heard, and practice with a run through about a week before, 2 days before. What else? Backup camera, test recording as much of the stage conditions as possible. In 2020, 2025, 26, they updated the rule book, and then although panning is not necessarily against the rules, it can easily cause disqualifications, and they encourage you not to do a pan. But like I always say, like if you're gonna pan, you're aware. They say if you pan, you just gotta have to know, and people tend to forget when they do that the camera's moved and it's not when you're going to be covering a stage. But if you're panning, you're obviously more than likely following the speaker, and so panning is allowed in that way. So as long as you're keeping up with the panning whenever the speaker moves, you are good. But it's the best and easiest and most ideal way to set it covering the full stage and keep it there the entire contest so you don't have to worry about camera movement. For a contest, I'm not talking big overdrawn creative project. This is for a Toastmasters content contest, which we really need to make sure the focus is on the speaker being heard and seen, as far as and then the introduction as well. Couple more things here. Although it can cause the speaker to be out of frame, this and thus being disqualified. Another thing was brought up: colors, contrast from the background. Make sure contests. These should be obvious. We've talked about all these in like contest briefings before, but make sure the contestant doesn't blend in with the background with clothes that they wear. You got to know every little detail of the stage. What color is the backdrop? What color is the background? Is it black? It's probably not a good idea for them to wear black clothing. A lot of people like to wear solid black clothing, black suit. Um, so yeah, colors, contrast between the contestant and the background, and then last thing, do not share video. We always say this in the contests. But I just went to updating and ranting and then now I'm talking about Toastmaster contest. But we say that in the beginning of the contest before contestants go and take the stage. Don't post to social media. Well, there's a reason. It's not just because no permissions reasons. It's because especially when you get to the district level and that one contestant wins, it's okay afterwards, but you don't want to be posting that contestant's contest video until they make it past regional and quarterfinals and regional. Until they make it past that, you don't want to be posting that video because that's the video submission being used, and that could cause for a disqualification too. That's the video being used to be. The contest is going to be judged on that video, and they don't want it anywhere else while the contest is happening. So, like, I learned some things about recording contests and contests in general when it comes to putting on more of a district contest. I've done a lot set up hybrid district contests for one district and loved it. I got recognized for it. That's all I have. I went from rants to learning and seeing what things change while learning how to properly record a district contest. Thanks for coming. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know if you like what I'm doing. And see you next time. We'll play this out and then.
Got a fire in my soul, yeah, it's burning bright. Guy Bandy told me just to follow the light. Well, I heard the people singing with all their might. So I hit the ground running, and I ran all night. And we sang, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Well, I ran into my family, and I ran into my friends, and I ran into people that I didn't know then. And I said to them, hey, I could use a hand. And then I ran and I ran and I ran and I ran. And we sang, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, run, run. They say it's dangerous out there, but not if we're all here. If we're together, we can run without fear. They say it's dangerous out there, but not if we're all here. If we're together, we can run without fear. Well, the children and the elders and the strangers and the neighbors and the doctors and the teachers and the farmers and the bakers and the scientists and builders and the singers and the players and the buskers and the dancers and the dreamers and the painters and the coaches and the helpers and the artists and creators and the yogis and the healers and the preachers and the changers and the people and the planet and the forests and the rivers and the mountains and the oceans and the future and the vision. And the buskers and the patience and the future and the vision. Run, 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 run.